Andy Roddick, the tennis player, lost his temper and then argued with the judge.
Right. He was playing Philipp Kohlschreiber, and what happened is Andy Roddick totally faulted when he was serving, and then so the ball came back, and then so what he did out of anger is he just, just smacked it right into the crowd, and then he got a costly penalty. He
was struggling, so he committed a double fault, I believe is the phrase you're searching for. So he double faults, and he'd been struggling already.
He wasn't doing so good.
Yeah, so he did a little McEnroe. He lost his temper. Lost his temper. So here's the we have two videos. Is that right, Rick? All right. So here's the first thing Roddick does.
Doesn't have to. Roddick. Whoa.
34. Good violation of abuse. Point penalty Roddick.
That's point.
Kohlschreiber.
Can you believe? Kohlschreiber gets the game.
Can you believe that?
Because it's actually a break of serve. So what a mental mistake there from Roddick.
All right, so make sure because it was quick. So what did he do there, Jackie?
He double faulted, and then they gave the other guy the game, Kohlschreiber.
Well, because they gave him the other game because he launched the ball into orbit, right?
Right.
And he did it, I would say, rather hard. Rick, is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, he did it out of anger.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever played tennis, you've been there, and it happens. It happens. You easily get frustrated, and you just smack the crap out of the ball. I mean, trust me, it happens.
Do you know what happens when you play tennis, like with friends? And I haven't played in a long time. Nothing brings out the worst in people more than playing tennis, because all people do when they play tennis is lie. Like, you're playing with your friends, good guys.
Lying about what?
Guys who help you move.
Are you saying lying about the score?
They lie about they might lie about the score, but they lie about balls were in or out, like constantly. And they argue with you, like, you know.
Wait, your friends lie or you lie?
I used to lie all the time. I'd be like, it was in, or a guy would hit a shot, a friend of mine would hit a shot, like 2 inches in. You're like, out, it was out, right? and you could see them doing it too. They're like, out. And you're like, dude, it was in. And you find yourself arguing with your friends in a way that you would never argue with. So now, in the last, I don't know, longer, 10, 15, 20 years, everything's in.
Okay.
Like, I mean, a guy could hit 4 inches out. We're playing. Come on, we're playing. So anyway, so Andy Roddick, you're right. People lose their temper in tennis. It happens all the time. And so then what happens next? Roddick starts arguing, right?
Yeah, he goes up to the umpire, Carlos, because he's just...
You're not just being... That's his actual name.
That's really his name.
Not at the table, Carlos.
And he's telling him he's saying it wasn't out of anger, it wasn't an angry thing, it was just a reaction.
No, I know, but it wasn't like I fired it at anybody. I mean, it was a lob into the stands.
I know.
Carlos, come on, man.
If it's a lob, I will not even say anything to you. I know. If it's a lob, I will not say anything to you. If it's a lob, I will not say anything to you. But you hit the ball very hard.
It was a lot. You should see the way it came down. It came down so soft. The person caught it like this.
I'm sorry. You hit the ball like this as hard as you can.
Well, next time, go ahead and watch it instead of being so concerned with making your voice heard. Okay?
No.
It's a ridiculous argument by Andy Roddick.
This sounds like the nicest umpire ever. I'm so sorry, Andy.
I know.
I'm
the guy's
so
like, what do you want me to do?
If I would have seen it lobby, I wouldn't have said anything. I love it. He's the nicest guy ever. He's
like, yeah, I didn't take it, throw it in the air, and gut it as hard as I can in a straight line as somebody in the crowd.
Yeah.
But I hit it as hard as I could up. And that would seem to me not like, he's not like, I didn't go like, oh, darn, I lost the point.
Oh.
Look, I love Andy Roddick, okay? I think he's really, really good, and I think he's a great guy who deals with the media in great ways. But he sounded a little like childish, I don't know. I think that's a bit strong of a word when he's like, no, you should have seen it when it came down. It was so soft. It was so soft.
Someone caught it like this.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Let's have a brief moment. Does JR have Cool Whip? Like, what the hell was JR shaking there?
Cool Whip.
What was JR shaking there? What was this? What was the can that JR had there?
Why can't JR just eat his food?
You were shaking?
What were you shaking there?
What was the can you were shaking?
No, the one before that. You had something else. Yeah. What was the other thing?
I can't hear him.
What was the Rick? Help a brother out.
Ben wants to know what the other thing was that you were shaking. Was it Cool Whip?
Oh no, it's my hand lotion. Ashiness.
All right.
You gotta have smooth hands.
We're combating ashiness one day at a time.
Your mic was on, by the way.
I don't.
Awesome.
Yeah, Andy Roddick acted, but whatever. It's emotional. I got it. But I was telling Carlos that he liked to hear the sound of his own voice. I really don't think that was what Carlos was doing.